The Miami Showband were one of the most successful and popular show bands in Ireland in the 1960s and 1970s. Led at first by singer Dickie Rock, and later by Fran O'Toole, they had 7 #1 records on the Irish singles chart. In 1975, during the Troubles, when returning from a performance in County Down, Northern Ireland, 3 members of the band, Fran O'Toole, Tony Geraghty, and Brian McCoy, were killed in what became known as the Miami Showband massacre. Career. The band was established in Dublin in 1962 by impresario Tom Doherty. He recruited an existing group, the Downbeats Quartet, comprising Joe Tyrrell, Tony Bogan, Clem Quinn, and Martin Fellin, and augmented them with singer Dickie Rock, trumpeter Tommy O'Rourke, trombonist and vocalist Murty Quinn, and bass player Dennis Murray. The group's first engagement was at the Palm Beach Ballroom in Portmarnock, and so they were named the Miami Showband. They rapidly became one of the top show bands in the country, and the first single, a version of the Elvis Presley album track There's Always Me, reached #1 in the Irish charts in December 1963. They had 4 further #1 hits over the next 2 years: I'm Yours, and From the Candy Store on the Corner, and Every Step of the Way, and Wishing It Was You. Every Step of the Way was the first song by an Irish artist to go straight in as a #1 single in the Irish charts. In 1966, they were chosen to sing Ireland's entry in the Eurovision Song Contest, and the song Come Back to Stay also reached the top of the charts. They also appeared on British TV on Sunday night at the London Palladium and Thank Your Lucky Stars. In 1967, 4 members of the band, Murty Quinn, Tommy O'Rourke, Dennis Murray and Martin Fellin, split away to form their own group, The Sands. They were replaced by songwriter and singer Fran O'Toole, Paul Ashford, Pat McCarthy, Des Lee and Brian McCoy. The group's final #1 came with Simon Says in 1968. McCarthy and Tony Bogan later left, and were replaced by Danny Ellis and Martin Brannigan. The group released an album, The Wind Will Change Tomorrow, in 1970. In 1972, the group had another major change, when Dickie Rock left to front his own band, and was replaced in the Miami Showband at first by brothers Frankie and Johnny Simon, and then, briefly, by Billy Mack. Following the sacking of Mick Roche in 1974, Fran O'Toole fronted the band, the group often being billed as Fran O'Toole and the Miami. The album Miami Country was released in 1973. Line-up changes continued, and by 1975 the last remaining member of the original line-up, Clem Quinn, had left. The group then comprised Des Lee, Brian McCoy, Tony Geraghty, Fran O'Toole, Steve Travers and Ray Miller. Massacre. On the 31st of July 1975, 5 members of the band were travelling by minibus back to Dublin from a gig in Banbridge, County Down, Northern Ireland. At the town end of Buskill, outside of Newry, they were stopped at a bogus military checkpoint by gunmen dressed in British Army uniform, who ordered them to get out and line up by the roadside. The gunmen were members of a loyalist paramilitary group, the Ulster Volunteer Force. 2 gunmen hid a time bomb on the minibus, but it exploded prematurely and killed them. The remaining gunmen then opened fire on the band members, killing O'Toole, McCoy and Geraghty, and wounding Lee and Travers. 2 serving Ulster Defence Regiment soldiers and 1 former UDR soldier later received life sentences after having been found guilty of murder. A monument at Parnell Square, North Dublin, dedicated to the dead Miami Showband members, was unveiled at a ceremony on the 10th of December 2007, attended by Lee and Travers. The Taoiseach, Bertie Ahern, said of O'Toole, McCoy and Geraghty, "The murder was an atrocity which had such a profound impact on everyone on this island. It is remembered with sadness to this very day. We remember the affection in which they were held by people the length and breadth of Ireland. The popularity crossed all boundaries and all traditions. They simply wanted to entertain everyone who had a love of music. At a dark time, they were a shining light for so many. Subsequent activities. After the killings, the Miami Showband regrouped and continued to perform. Leslie fronted the band until leaving in 1978, later moving to South Africa. The group remained active until 1982, led by Charlie Chapman. They then split up and the management formed a new band, the New Miami, fronted by Caroline Allen. Another new band using the Miami name was formed in 1996, featuring Jerry Brown, brother of the singer Dana. In August 2005, Lee, Travers and Miller reunited on stage at a Miami Showband memorial concert in Dublin. Following from that, a tour was organized in 2008 with the trio being augmented by Jerry Brown, Johnny Feen, and Barry Woods. Tom Doherty died on the 21st of April 2009. Former members Martin Felon died 2010 and Paul Ashford, born 1950, Braco Wicklow, died the 10th of January 2011. A stamp was issued on the 22nd of September 2010 by An Post commemorating the Miami Showband. This was one of a series of 4 stamps issued in Ireland to celebrate the golden age of the Irish showband scene from the 1950s to the 1970s. The 55-cent stamp was designed with a 1967 publicity photograph of the band, fronted by Dickie Rock. 2 of the band members killed in the massacre at Bushkill, Fran O'Toole and Brian McCoy, are also featured. Singles discography. November 19638, There's Always Me, Boys. Ma 1964A, I'm Yours, Please Don't Drag That String Around. October 1964A, From the Candy Store on the Corner, 20 Flight Rock. Deck 1964A, Just for Old Times' Sake, Me Not You. Jan 1965A, Round and Round, Shake a Little Baby. May 1965A, Every Step of the Way, Rock and Roll Music. August 1965A, In San Francisco, One by One. October 1965A, Wishing It Was You, Georgie Porgy. Deck 1965B, Bucks Polka O Sol Mio. Jan 1966C, One Kiss, Someone Told Me. Feb 1966A, Come Back to Stay, Can't Make Up My Mind. November 1966A, Darling I Love You, Suspicion. Jan 1967A, When You Cry, To Whom It Concerns. April 1967C, There Goes My Everything, Make Believe. May 1967A, Baby I'm Your Man, Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes. June 1968A, Simon Says, Somebody Else Is Taking My Place. November 1968A, Christmas Time and You, The Little Boy Santa Forgot. April 1969A, Emily, Waterfall. May 1969D, Goody Goody Gumdrops, Then I'll Count Again. 1969A, The Wanderer, Uncle Tristan's Moonship. November 1969D, Jack and Jill, Rectify. June 1970A, When My Train Comes In, Day by Day. 1970A, Burning Bridges, Run to the Clown. May 1971A, My Heart Keeps Telling Me, We Did It Together. October 1971A, Cathedral in the Pines, Go. November 1971E, Shake a Hand, My Pledge of Love. Jan 1972A, Mini Monster EP. June 1972A, Lot 109, Teardrop on Teardrop. June 1972E, Loco Porti, The Writing on the Wall. Deck 1972 at Lollipops, Lace and Lipstick, When You Cry. Ma 1973E, Captain Zero, Bye Bye. Jewel 1974F, There Won't Be Any More, It Never Rains in Southern California. September 1974E, Clap Your Hands and Stomp Your Feet, Drift Away. September 1975E, Love Is, Tell Me Again. October 1976D, Hold On to Love, Angel of Love. June 1977E, Out the Singing, Can't You Understand? Miami 1978, Don't Put the Boy Down. August 1978, I Like It Like That, My Life is Rock and Roll. May 1979, Too Much Is Going On, Miami Melody. Miami 1979, Reelin' and Rockin' with Susie, Clap Your Hands, Stomp Your Feet. Miami 1980, Words and Music, Save the Last Dance for Me.